Alright, Sunday. Last day for testing. At least this week. I normally do this on the weekend just because that's when I have time to really sit down and play it. So we're gonna go ahead and get maybe another hour going. I did speak to Cause like the other day, I think. He gave me some information on how things were working in the last video. So that was actually useful. Excuse me. I was confused by a few things that I saw in the UI, but it makes more sense now that he explained it. And we're going to go ahead and continue with this campaign in progress. It's Scotland. Using Scotland because I'm testing their football and culture bonus. A big part of this game is going to be the football and cultures. Right now we only have a couple, but I think there are more to come in the future. The idea is for every team to have some bonus. Some might be shared for the more minor footballing nations, but everyone will get something. And then if you don't like a certain bonus, you should be able to like mix and match them. So for example, you could take Scotland's bonus and put it on something else. But then there will always be a default configuration for things. This game's always been very customizable, so I don't think that's going to change, but you know, when you're testing things, it has to be based on more or less the default rules. Unless you're specifically testing aspects of the customization. So in this situation, I mean, we're continuing from yesterday. We have the goal to get promoted in 4 years. This is year number 1. You know, the unacceptable goal is to be relegated, so I need to avoid the red zone, which would push me back to the 3rd league. Should be fine this season, 26 to 21. I just beat this team the other day, so that actually knocked them way back. I think I only have about 2 games to go as well. I have 3 games to go. So we can't get complacent yet. This is Griffnock FC. As per usual, I'm using the campaign option that hides all of this stuff. And I've been playing this game forever, so anything to make it more challenging is good for me. If you don't want the option, you don't have to use it, but you know, I like the idea of it, so I'm using it. And then they're a 4th place team. They're doing a 4-3-3. You can see they have a lot of different nationalities in this team because it's a European league. European league's gonna have a lot of foreign talent as it is in real life. And that can be true no matter where you play. In my campaign, Europe is probably the biggest continent when it comes to teams. You can modify it to make other countries bigger or smaller. But if I was playing in the Americas, I'd probably see players from other countries as well. So eventually, every single country is going to have its own bonus. So having a Croatian DM is going to be different than like a Scottish DM. You know, a Polish forward is going to be different than like a Belgium or Belgian forward. Belgian is the word, I believe. And so on. And that's really the core of it, you know, in terms of the mechanical changes. This alone makes a huge difference for a number of reasons. For example, Scotland's bonus gives them a huge boost to passing if they hold the ball for a turn, which means you can have midfielders that aren't as heavily spec'd in passing. That allows you to do stuff like focus more on control, focus more on defense, and still be able to competently pass the ball. For example, Atkins has 40 passing. When he holds the ball, he's going to get something like he's going to have 100 passing. You know, so basically, I don't need to invest in his passing anymore. This is good enough. Same is going to be true for someone like let me see, probably Kelman. Kelman as an AM will have solid passing when he holds the ball. Maybe if I get him to like 30 passing or something, he'd be a threat when he can keep it. So that's Scotland's bonus, you know, in comparison to someone like England, where they don't get that bonus, but they get slide tackling for free. And then in comparison to someone like Belgium, where they don't get that bonus, but they get an increased defense. So having more defensive players will actually be rewarded in that sense. Yeah, but let's get this game going. They got a 4-3-3. And again, we do need to avoid relegation. We're only 5 points above the relegation zone. So we need to win at least one match, I think. Once I've won a single match, I can start training these other guys for the future. Because I do have younger talent I'd like to train up. I also have this guy who's on loan. By now, I think I've gotten 15 glory from using him. because it cost me 15 glory to actually accept the loan. New to this game as well as the loan system. We can loan out players for a specific period of time and you can receive loans. I received him in a loan, and generally the idea is you'll get additional glory when they improve, when you play them. And you'll also have the opportunity to, put them on your watch list. It may be a great player that you weren't aware of before. In this case, he's on my watch list now because I'm aware of who he is. I think I've actually bought a player like this where they were on my watch list, and that, I'd actually picked them up in a loan period. And that's how I picked up that player. So you can do a similar thing. Of course, this is still using the transfer list, the extended list. The personal list is always going to be cheaper. The watch list is a nice little bonus. You also have coaching abilities that make watch list players cheaper. You have coaching abilities that make loan players cheaper. I don't think I have that ability yet, but I'm aiming for it. If I can actually go and check my abilities. We have, let's see if I can find it. It would be right here. I actually have the mouse off. Let me turn that on. Yeah, it would be right here. A discount on the loan football player. Right, so you can actually buy loan players at a discount and you can improve that over time. So if you max this out, you'll probably be getting like a 50% discount on any player that you've received in a loan, which is pretty good. And we're going to go ahead and play the match. This guy is tired, so he needs to sit out. Of course, when you can't see their formation, you have to start planning for the potential things that they can do. I tend to start from the front and work my way to the back because I'm working from south to north right here. So looking at their forwards, they're gonna have rainbow feint, they're gonna have cannon shot, and they're gonna have head plays. That's a pretty solid front line, I think. I'd say the biggest risk is probably gonna be cannon shot. Depending on where these guys are playing, it might be difficult to stop that. I'm gonna go ahead and play my LD because LDs are gonna make it harder for cannon shot to actually score. I do need to take him out. He's older. He's an older player, so he's going to get more tired over time. He's gonna need more chances to rest. He also has a nice little ability that increases his stamina regained in between matches, which is why I chose that one. So I'm actually gonna put him on the reserve squad, just so he regains even more stamina. Pretty important for the older guys, I think, because they tend to be some of your better players if you've had them for a long time. And then you don't really want to get rid of them yet. But if you never really planned on selling them, it can be kind of tough. Henderson's there. He's also pretty old. Again, I need to start training up players for the future. That's going to be pretty important. But I'll leave him in as well. Let's see what else we got going on. And I'm still trying to keep the defense sparse, just because I've enjoyed playing like that. If we look at the midfield, they have 3 in the midfield. They have a DM. They have the RM, which means he's going to be on this side over here, on my left-hand side. And then they have an LD, which means he's going to be on my right-hand side. Then they have a CD, a DF, and a sweeper. So they have a decently spread out formation. Trying to think about how I'm going to play this. The LD is obviously going to be an issue. We're probably going to take Atkins out. Also, their goalkeeper is solid enough. I think we're going to play McNee here. We're going to take Atkins out. That way we have the fullback over here. We're going to leave him back here to start. We're also going to take a look at their defense. That DM does have a lot of defense. I'm not worried about fly tackle because I have the fullback. If I wanted to, I could easily defend against this because of the fullback. I'm going to go ahead and take out Atkins. They do have the LD though. Thinking about this. I might play it up the left-hand side. Might be a good idea. It is very spread out to play it like that though. Not a huge fan of it. And then I could try to attack with Lindsay, but he is He has 11 potential, so that's going to be tough regardless. I need to take shots on goal, so I need to set that up. Let's go with this. Hansen is training to be an RM. What is he training with? Passing? Okay. Kelman. Kelman would also be a decent idea. Who's the best play? Maybe I'll leave Hansen. Maybe I'll play you here. Maybe we'll take Atkins out. That's what we'll do. We'll play my Grace up here, so we have the pressing. We'll take you out as well. And I'm thinking about just getting the spot. You know, just playing it forward, really. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll play you as a wing back. I don't like that, though. Do they have any ways to move the ball forward quickly? Not really. Ideally, they'll never get it here to actually take the cannon shot. But I'm also aware that they might, so I need to keep him as a fullback. Maybe he'll be a forward-facing fullback, just to press a little more. We're going to need someone on this side, the right-hand side, though. We don't have anything. That's going to be a huge issue. Maybe we'll do you instead. And I'd like to train up Hansen as well. Let's go for this. Yeah, I think this will work. We'll do this. And then we'll play it up here. And then that way we can actually attack either side, because they're going to have a winger here and they're going to have a fullback here, so they can actually run the flank in both ways. He's also able to run back and defend this spot if he needs to. And then let's see what actually happens. Let's get into it now. Go ahead and start the match. I don't have any motivational skills. I'm not that type of coach in this campaign. But you can definitely make a coach who's always shouting at the guys to get it together and all that stuff. It's the formation they're using, which makes sense. They have it on the right-hand side, so that kind of opens him up a little bit. That means he's not really going to be able to do anything right there. They also have it right here. He also has rainbow feint, so that might be an issue. But he would need to rainbow feint through the center if he was going to use cannon shot, so maybe it's not a big deal. He's going to be the real issue for sure, so I'm going to need to deal with him. Then they have the DM. Yeah, and then they have the CD on the left-hand side, which is okay. I'm not worried about that at all. Let's go ahead and play the ball forward. We're going to loft it because they have a DM. Easiest way to get past the DM is to just loft the ball, and then he's no longer a threat. As long as you have decent enough passing, it's easy enough to do. And then I'm thinking, we're not gonna run in. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stay there. Honestly, I'm not gonna do anything else because I'm expecting to lose the ball anyway. I could also run him forward, but he's not gonna get far enough. That's fine. I'm expecting him to come and take it. Yep, that's fine. So I'll just get into position right now. Okay, he has long pass. He don't long pass. Yeah, he can't long pass. That was actually a good choice. If he had long passed and lost the ball, that would have been a huge problem. Yeah, but now he has that. I'm gonna prepare for this just in case. It's always a good idea to get into position just in case. Let's see. I'm probably gonna press just to make it harder for him to pass the ball. He's not holding, so he doesn't get a boost. I'm okay with that. Yeah, and he even failed. Probably because he was getting suppressed. Yeah, but now what are you guys gonna do? They don't have a DF, so I can actually pass it pretty easily. He is offside though. That's the only problem, so I can't pass it to him. I actually think that's why they moved the DM a while ago. If you notice, the DM was here. They realized that they couldn't get the ball back, so they moved him and set up the offside trap. That's pretty clever. Even if you understand what they're doing, it still forces you to play differently. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Ooh, you know what I could do? I could get a really good opportunity here if I'm willing to take a risk. Because he's a CD. Yeah, this is actually a very good opportunity. Let's see if we can do it. Maybe I'll go here because you're 8, but then you're further away. We're going to play it over here. I have an idea. I was trying to figure out whether or not it was worth going into the box. Because you have to think about potentially failing. He has nutmeg, which means, you know, he can actually he can get a boost to his accuracy. So obviously you want to shoot from inside the box. Also, you know, he has level 2 layoff pass. So if he gets the ball, they're going to be able to counterattack pretty effectively. If he gets the ball, not so much. And then even then, if I was going to give him the ball, he would have needed to shoot from here anyway, if this is probably the better play. Very nice. Now he has 106 because he has nutmeg. You get a 50% bonus to stats. Even if I don't want to shoot the ball, I could cross it. So 48 from here is actually pretty good. The only thing is he has a lot of control, so it might not be worth it. So we're going to take the power shot this time. Okay, that's fine. And now he's motivated, which is great. Yeah, but what are you going to do? Probably going to lob it. You're going to pass it straight through. Okay, you're going to go for the rainbow feint. Yep. Yeah, but you can't take the cannon shot. He did score, though. Good goal. He would have needed the rainbow feint through the center, so I wasn't worried about that. And he can't do it anyway. Yeah, but that was a good shot. Solid. I respect it. He is now motivated, though, so if I want to, I can change up my approach a little bit. This is also a good way of circumventing the DMs. Just play around them like this, honestly. Trying to think of the best play here. Do I want to shoot it directly through? Maybe I want to shoot it from the side. We're going to do that. We're going to circumvent him, though. We're going to pass it. The only problem is I need to shoot immediately if I'm going to get any type of bonus. But it's kind of a waste, isn't it? Yeah, I don't have that much time. And then this is going to be 50% less. Yeah, so it's going to be minus 20. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make sense. Nah, it might not make sense. Now let's take the shot. Why not? He's motivated. Then we'll go ahead and probably move just so he gets some experience. Yeah, I would have needed another turn of motivation. That's where a universal forward would have been the better call, I think, instead of him. Yeah, we're good. It's actually fine. It's actually very, very good if we're being honest. If I set that up, let's see. You're gonna pass the ball, you have 84. You might just shoot it directly instead of trying anything else. You have 89, so they have some options. Gonna be tough, for sure. Even if they're ahead, even if they win, I don't want them to win by a lot. That's pretty important. So let's play Hansen over here. And then let's get some other guys involved. Start training up some other guys. Let's play Gilmore up here. We can do that. And then he has the potential to get all the way through and maybe even pass the ball into the box. We'll see. It's really gonna depend on the first play, I think. A CF would probably be better, but we're gonna keep it like that. He'll make that change. Good Willie got his experience. Yeah, he's just gonna shoot it. Okay, he's gonna pass it. Yeah, they weren't gonna move. I didn't expect them to move. He does have long pass, which is nice, but I'm not sure if I can do anything with it. He also has 46 defense, so I can't hold the ball. Too much of a risk, honestly. Thinking about it. Like, if I want to score, I need to take the risk, I think. It might be worth it. I think I'm going to have to take this risk. I'm going to have to hold the ball here. 46 defense, though. Yep, I figured. It's too much of a gamble. Yeah, he's going to go for that, yep. Good save, though. I feel like I still think it was necessary. Ooh, who's going to get this ball now? Yeah, but he's right there, and he still has a lot of defense. Yeah. Yeah, forward with defense is a scary thing because they can just press you at the front, and it's really hard to do anything really. I can long pass it. I can try. I feel like that's the better choice. Okay, we got it through. That's great. And now I have the fullback here, so it's going to suppress his ability to stop me, which is why I put the fullback there. Normally he would have how much? He's Wallace. He would have more than that. The fullback's messing it up. Yeah, so I'm going to use nutmeg to get 3 towels forward. I put the forward there to actually get a direct shot on goal. There we go. Now I have 106 when I'm out here. That's a better shot, but he still has a lot of defense. And then, of course, it's like minus 50% from here. So I think what you'd want to do is you'd want to have an attacking midfielder right here. And then the attacking midfielder would move into position because they can only play in like this area. And then once you're out here, you get that bonus to accuracy. It's a cut in half because it's an AM. And then it would be minus 25 instead, which would actually be a solid opportunity from outside the box. But we're going to take it. He's also a giftedness level 2 goalkeeper. So his I'm using decreased plus as an RNG type, which means, what does it mean? It means that their floor is going to raise based on their level of giftedness. So he's going to be like, the lowest he can roll is 20% of 87, so he can never roll a 1. And the lowest he can roll is going to be 20% of whatever he currently has in terms of the shot. So if I look at it, the lowest he can roll is 20% of 53, the lowest he can roll is 20% of 85. So it's still in his favor. If we both roll low, he's probably going to come out on top. So I'm probably going to go for like a corner kick scenario. Yeah. Try to get the corner kick. Corner kick might give me a better opportunity to score. He does have 72 control, which is also really good. But I feel like I could potentially get a header through. So it might be a good time to actually make a change right here. I know I'm not going to be able to shoot it through him, so maybe I'll make that change, make that adjustment. Which is where we end up playing, let's see, this is where we're going to take you out. We have 9 turns to go, 9 actions left, which is essentially like 3 turns. So we're going to make that change here. We're going to bring him in. Let's see, I think we're fine there. And then it's really just playing for the head play, right? I think that's a goal here. In fact, I'm going to undo this and I'm going to take him out. Yeah, we're going to take him out instead. That's a better call for sure. Well, actually, hold on. Let me see what I'm doing. Nah. Yeah, take him out, right. That's a better call. And then we're going to change him to a CF because he is a dual class. I think in this game you can get up to like 3 different classes on one player, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, well, it's 4, isn't it? Because you get 3 nodes. So I could make him like a right wing forward, a left wing forward, a center forward, and an AM if I wanted to. And then depending on the situation, I could change it. So for example, like when I did Nutmeg a while ago, he would have been really good at an AM to get that bonus from range. You know, if I need someone to play on one of the flanks, I can switch him out. And if I need him to play in the center, I can do that. So right now he's going to be playing in the center because CFs get level 1 head play for free, and I'm trying to focus on head play here. He also has decent accuracy, so I'm going to put him in the second column, just in case they fight against it and it ends up outside the box. I want him to take the shot. Then I'm going to take the corner with McNee. Just kind of going through everything that we're thinking about here. We're going to do McNee. We're going to play him here because I want him to actually attack first. And then he's going to play, where is he? he's going to play on the second line. So ideally, yeah, they're going to put a head play character there to defend against it, which is why they put their CF there. I think Pennycook is the only player on their team with head play as a skill. So they put him back here. You need head play to defend against head play, essentially. So in case he fights against it and we don't get to the goal, I want Donahue to be able to take a shot. They're going to go ahead and do it. 97's a lot, of course. I think he's a giftedness level 3 player, so his potential is a lot higher. No, he's level 2. But he's going to be better than him because he's level 1. So yeah, so we have some opportunities here. Of course, we need to actually make the cross. And again, something I like about this game is even though all this stuff is going on, I can just press a button and it will explain exactly what I need to know. So I don't need to go to a Discord server and ask people about it. I don't need to hope that the information's somewhere out there on the internet. I can literally just go here, click a button, and any question I have is going to be answered right there, which is great. For a complicated game like this, it's really nice. I'm going to cross it. There we go. And you can see that worked out. That plan worked out. He made the cross. He managed to fight against it, which means Hani didn't actually get the header, but then it bounced out to Donahue, who now gets another attempt on goal. And then you can see the actions refresh based on what's going on, because this game doesn't have traditional timers like football. Like, you'd have the different halves of play, you'd have extra time, stoppage time, and stuff like that. So what happens is to simulate that, or emulate that, what have you, the actions will actually refresh. So if there's stoppage time, if there's extra time, you might gain additional actions. If it's an indirect attack like a corner kick or something, you might gain additional actions to kind of show that time has passed outside of play. And then you'll see it show up in the final result. You'll see like 90 minutes plus 4 or something. Yeah, but we're going to take the shot and see if we can actually score it. Again, it's a tough shot because his defense is so high. So, he's really good. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to score it, but this is the second opportunity I wanted, which is why I took the power shot in the first place. Yeah, and we didn't even get it through. That's fine, though. Now he's motivated again, which is a huge deal. He can't use long pass through him because he's motivated. He's going to go down there. He's going to run the flank. He's going to lob it. I would have ran the flank personally, but okay. But now they're able to hold the ball back here, so that also works out. Let's see if I can actually win the ball. No, I don't think I can. Even if I do, I don't think there's a whole lot I can do with it. No. Okay, well, 1-0. It was a good attempt. The player of the game has to be the goalkeeper. The forward, I guess, because he scored. Sure. Second man in the match has to be their goalkeeper, though, for sure. Yeah, but that goalkeeper is really good. That's a loss. That's not great. We don't need losses right now. Let's see how this other team performed, because if everyone else under us lost, it's okay. He's 32 years old. He's also kind of maxed out now. They kind of cap at level 26. He's also fairly old. I'm probably just going to fill out the dedication tree. That way he gets an extra 5 levels, because he's not going to get a whole lot of experience at this point. He's too old for talent. I don't know if I'm actually going to sell him. He might be too old for the transfer market too, so doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What I could do is I could go for this. Generally, if you don't know what to do with a player, this node is usually a good idea, because it's just a flat percentage increase to your sponsorship conditions. So you just get more stuff. So it's like, maybe I don't know what to do with him. Maybe I don't plan on ever playing him again. It doesn't really matter. I could give him this and I could put him on the bench and now I'm getting an extra 5%. So, yeah. So maybe I do that, because he does have decent control, but he's also not he's not a key player either. He's really just there to have a secondary option on the right wing. So I'll do this just to get more money, so that's an extra 5%. Really good for those players where you don't know what to do with them. You don't want to extend their contract or anything. It just makes sense. Let's see, we got that loss. That's not good. Let's see what else is going on. Okay, Brian FC also lost. That's good. That's actually very important. Yeah. Okay. But then we drop by 2 places. So it's really going to be these guys. If these guys don't have a good season, we're safe. So let's see, we're 5 points ahead. They would need to win the next 2 games to contest us, basically. They're going to be the problem. Like, we can hit 11th place, but they need to have a bad end of season. You can also see Rent and FC's not doing well. So if I check their team, my guys are going to be on the reserve squad. Because again, the AI is also pretty clever. Like, it realizes that there's no chance for it to remain in this league. So what it's doing now is it's just focusing on training up its players. So it has these players here, it's training them up. It's going to lose, obviously, but it's going to focus on training up its own talent. So if they were in a better position, they would probably be using these guys because these guys would help them win. But now they know that winning doesn't matter. So, why bother training up someone else's guys? So that's unfortunate. But, that's also something that can happen. I actually like it a lot because it's not like one of those systems where you're guaranteed to get something from your choice. Sometimes you don't get anything. Sometimes a guy goes to a club in real life and he just sits on the bench. So, that's the thing. That's actually pretty cool. Even if it's not working out for me right now, We're going to finish out the season and then I'm going to call it a stream. We have 2 more games. That should be fine. I think we'll be safe. Like, if I look at it, they would have to win the next 2 matches, and I would have to lose both, because in terms of goal difference, they're far behind me. If they win the next 2, they'll have 27. If I draw at least 1, I'll have 27. Based on goal difference, I'm going to be ahead of them in 11th place, so I probably need to play for at least a draw. These guys are not going to make it easy. They're playing a 6-2-2, which is pretty crazy, honestly. They're going all in. Where are they placed? 7th place? I guess. I mean, sure. That's very defensive. They're not going to be a threat on the front. The only threat's going to be Buchanan, no matter, depending on how you want to pronounce it, because he does have really high control. He's also a wing forward, which means he's going to have mobility on the flank. And he also has slide tackle. That's going to be a huge issue. Like, this guy is English, he gets slide tackle for free, but he's an attacking midfielder, so I don't really care. Attacking midfielders are really good, but they're the least mobile midfielder class in the game to balance it out. They can only move 1 square, while the other ones can move at least 2, no matter what. And then they have McCaffrey. He's solid. He might be able to help Blackley up there. Blackley, I guess. And that's pretty much it. They have a lot of head play defense at the back, so that's going to be a problem. They also have 3 CDs, which is good news for me. If they have all of these guys on the front line, I'm going to have a field day with this team. Like, if they have all their CDs right here, it's going to be cake to get in. But they do have a head play, so it's going to be very tough to actually get through in the air. Let's see what else they got. They got a sweeper. Sweepers are okay. They have him. They have a slide tackling. Okay, they have slide tackle there. Not worried about that as much. So now Hammerich has gotten a chance to rest. I'm going to play him because this is kind of a crucial game. I think this game will dictate how we handle the next game, so he needs to be out there. They get the ball first, so it's probably going to be McCaffrey. Not sure who's going to get it, but I'm not too worried about it. And I'm going to play him back here because he's less likely to get fouled back here. I'm also going to need to play someone back there because they have an RF. It just makes sense to do Allardyce. Love's here, but I'm not really using him. He's really just like a replacement, just in case I needed him. We got some play in the 3rd season, in the 3rd league, rather. But he's really just a holdover, a reserve player just in case. Let's see what we're going to do here. It really depends because Nutmeg would be good, but the mobility is probably going to be more important, if I'm being honest. Alright, so we'll do that. We'll do Donahue. We also have training, apparently, that I haven't seen. Kinley's older, so it might not be worth it. The thing about training is that it uses additional stamina. So if I was to train him, it would actually make it take longer for him to recover and stuff, so it might not be worth it in that case. I don't think I need to use you anymore. I've gotten enough glory from you. And you're not really going to learn anything else, so we're going to put you on the bench. You've done a good job, but it's time for you to take a break. We'll keep him on the bench, though, because he might be crucial later on, but for now, he's fine. And then we're looking to get some players trained as well. I'm going to put Battles in there, I think. He's 21, he's an older player. We'll take you out, and we'll put him there. We're going to need a forward, I think. So maybe Battles comes back out. Because I'd also like to win, so I might need Good Willie in there. It's a tough call. Yeah, but I think this is okay. They're going to have a fullback, so they're going to be playing on this side as well. So they're going to be playing over here, left-hand side. They're also going to be there. Just trying to figure out the best way to do this. Probably this. This is probably it. And then I might want him as well, but who knows. Let's go ahead and start it. They're going to get the ball first. Let's see what they actually do with it. I'm going to take a look at their formation, because that's the only way to check it. Yeah, I mean, this is a better formation. This still doesn't really work, but the DF on the left-hand side, I like that, because he's going to be able to contest any passes from Allardyce, so that's actually not bad. This is actually the best way they could have played this. This middle CD is not very useful, though. That's the only problem. Like, maybe if I wanted to nutmeg, but then they have the sweeper anyway, so it's like, who cares? It's just a weird formation, but he's gonna start with the ball. He's probably gonna lob it. He's gonna pass through. Okay, 58, I guess. Oh, okay, he has control. Not bad. That's a solid choice because he gets better accuracy from there. We're gonna go ahead and play the ball all the way forward. He's a CF. We're gonna do that. Let's see what we're gonna do here. CDs. If I wanted to, I could do that, honestly, and then I could actually yeah, then I could actually rainbow feint there, because I could move him out of position. I think I'll do that. Could also do that, but then he's gonna move the DF. That would have been a really good opportunity if I'd thought about it earlier. I could have put him there and gone for the nutmeg. I think we'll be okay. He's English, so I can't pass it back there. They have a fullback back there. Yeah, let's do this. And now I can actually rainbow feint over there because I moved the CD out of position. Then if I wanted to, I could rainbow feint again. I might do it. It might be worth it. I'm not sure. Because I feel like he might actually just win the ball. But if he wins the ball, he's going to be out of the box anyway, right? So I got to think about it. Like, do I want to do that? Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, I actually managed to keep the ball. That's good. Even if he won it, he'd be out of position as a sweeper. And then I could just make a play later on. He has 99 defense. I think it makes sense to go for rainbow feint just because it's a better option. If I go for a power shot, it's probably going to go out for a corner. Their defense is going to reset. Precision shot isn't much better. Let me actually check something. Yeah, we're both potential giftedness level 1, so we have the same 10% boost to the floor. So it's more or less going to be rainbow feint. Yeah, that's fine. But now we have the play set up for later. You know, there's if I can get it to him. Ooh, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna okay, just gonna run it? Oh, he's gonna go for head play. That's no good. Oh, that's no good. Yeah, they got that off. That's not good. Well, the best laid plans, as they say. We have some options, but that's no good. He has slide tackle. All right, let's take advantage of that. Yeah, we can definitely take advantage of that. I'm thinking about this because I'd like to potentially get... We have some options. We're gonna leave it like this, right? Yeah, that's no good. That's not good at all. We also need to play you back now. And we're also gonna change you to an LD. Yeah, we had a lot of plans, but they screwed that up with that layoff pass. We're gonna pass it to him. We're gonna move you out of position, I think. Is that gonna work? It might. Thinking about it. Yeah, we'll do that. I want them to slide tackle. They might do it, but they probably won't because they'll realize. I bet they'll recognize. Yeah, they recognize that he was suppressing. So they're smart. They understand. Also, he has a very dangerous ability. That just isn't great. It's long pass. I could long pass it to him. Yeah, he's gonna be suppressed again. Because of him. What are we gonna do though? I could try to keep it, but I don't see the point. I'm gonna take it to the corner and see if I can get a foul here. Now they're just gonna do that. Yeah, that layoff pass in the center kind of messed us up there. But we got an opportunity. I'm gonna have to make a change here. He's also right there. Yeah, that's actually gonna be a problem. Let's do this. He doesn't have a lot of defense, so we might be able to get away with it. If you're there, he also has it. I'm not worried about that because I can easily defend against it. Might have to play it far back then. McDowell's okay. I could also get into the box pretty easily if I really needed to. Like I could switch it up like this. I could do like Good Willie or something. And I could put him in the box, but thinking I might have to do that, unfortunately. Yeah, that might be the play. How's their defense look? His defense is really good, though. Alright, so maybe we'll take you out now, but am I thinking control or am I thinking fly tackle defense? Because they're two different things. And he has 21 defense, that's going to be a problem. So we might have to do this. We might have to play it like this then. We might have to do... We don't need McNee back there, to be fair. Like, his control isn't as great as I'd like it to be. But then he's also gifted at level 2, which matters. That's a tough one. Alright, let's do it. We should be fine here. Also, we're gonna leave him in. We'll be fine. Alright, let's do it. We gotta tie it up here. I'm just trying to think through all the different potential plays. Like, that's easy enough to start off with, but it's gonna be this because slide tackle is not a problem, but he has 21 defense. He's only gonna have like 32. That's gonna be a problem. Yeah, he's gonna do it. Right, he's gonna tackle. Right, that makes sense. Now they're kind of stuck though. The only problem. Yeah, but now he's also gonna get in the way. It's gonna be minus 110 because it's an adjacent towel and it's an AM, so it's 12. It's gonna be 22 for him though. Yeah, that's easy enough. Sure. Yeah, but now in this situation, I don't know about Rainbow Feint. Thinking about it. He has 99 defense, which isn't the end of the world, honestly. They also have head play. They have a line of head play, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get the balls through that way. But if I Rainbow Feint here, yeah, roll a 1, that's fine. He's also motivated, that's huge. Okay, it's out of bounds. That's actually great because I have someone who can take advantage of it. Very nice. So we're gonna shift. He's also motivated. Let's see what we got. They're gonna make a sub. No sub? Okay. Huh. No sub, I guess. Let's see. Let's do. Ooh, he's also motivated though. That's a problem. Yeah, they're both motivated here. Thinking about the play, like obviously he's gonna take the throw in. So he's gonna be able to throw it in an additional square. But I'm trying to figure out if I can take advantage of that. Like, can I take advantage of that? It could be to him. I think he's the obvious play here. It could also be to him, I guess. That's an option, but he's not fighting in the air for it, which is another problem. And they all have head play. That's a tough call. It might have to be you. Let me think. Yeah, I could also put him there. I'll think about it. We'll do him. Just because he has long pass and he's motivated. Yeah, he's right there though. We got it though. Right. That's fine. Yeah, that's the nice thing about throw-in. You don't get to see it that often, but it's also solid when you do have it because it makes it a lot easier to play the ball in. And you can play it a lot further, you know? Give me a second. Yeah, so in this case, it might be worth the attempt. Oh, that's no good. Not getting unlucky this game. That's not good at all. Now he has layoff pass. Come on. Yeah, they're gonna do that. They should hold it. Yep. No good, no good, no good. Let's see. There's nothing I can really do, honestly. Yeah, they just ran it out, in fact. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck. We're gonna wait, that way we don't waste time. Who are they gonna lay it off to? Does that work? No, I didn't think so. That's weird. I mean, I could try long pass again, but I don't know. Yeah. Rainbow Paint again. I've rolled a 1 twice. I don't really want to do it again, honestly. It's the last play of the game, too. I'll try it, I guess. Yeah, that's the third one. I had a feeling. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the goalkeeper, of course. Let's see how Brihan FC did. So that means I have to play for the win next game. Or play for the draw, so I can't really use it for training at all. Unless Brihan lost. If they lost, then I'm okay. It's really gonna depend on them now. Yeah, that was a nice layoff pass from the CD. That ruined everything. We had opportunities though. Okay, they lost. We're fine. They lost by 4. So no worries. We're gonna survive then. Because even if they win, it's gonna be what, 24 to 26. So we'll be fine. Let's get the last game in. We have some potential with this team. We just need to get some better players going, and we have them right here. You know, these guys are going to be absolutely vital. Let's see. Yeah, I want to make him the replacement for Kelman, really. Because I'm taking a lot of long distance shots, and AM with solid accuracy would make a huge difference. Yeah, but now we can play for the training, so I'm gonna focus on that. We're gonna take out all of these older guys, and we're gonna put in the young guys. And the young guys are gonna get some experience. You know, they're also the better players, so it makes perfect sense. Now we're gonna do Masters. I think Masters is gonna be to the left right here. We're gonna take out all the older guys. So Henderson's gonna come out as well. We're gonna put in, let me see, who am I gonna play in his position? Probably Kinley. This is actually a solid little defense. Like, it's not gonna stop any runs to the side, But it's actually pretty good at just stopping the shots. If you're worried about shots, it's actually not bad. In all actuality or reality, I guess, whatever you want to say. I can also just go for the standard T formation, which means all of these players serve a role. It'd probably be better to do this, just so these guys are also stopping potential passes along the front. I'm gonna go ahead and hire scouts for one more month, even though this is the last match. So you can see my scouting period ended. These guys are all at least the giftedness level 1, which is why I can't see anything. I could also invest in scouts, in the scouting infrastructure, instead of doing all of this stuff, which is what I might do. I'm gonna go ahead and spend my glory on that, because why not? You know, I have what I need from the bench coach. My focus is really the midfield, so I don't really need the rest. If anything, I might do the forward coach. Ever since the defender coach got nerfed, I haven't really cared about it, and I think it needed to get nerfed. You know, don't get me wrong. This thing was giving you 100% for your defenders, and you can play like 6 defenders pretty easily. So it was pretty stupid. But really, I don't really invest all that much. I might do like the forward coach because it's an aggressive team, and then I think 100% is enough. You get so much experience from the matches and being player of the match and stuff. I don't need much more. But it's generally the offensive area that I focus on. Goalkeeper coach can be good. The bench coach is also decent. I think this also got nerfed in this version of the game. If not this one, then it got nerfed in Manager's Journey for a similar reason. You have 7 players on the bench getting experience while they're not actually playing. You know, it's pretty easy. So it made a lot of sense to nerf that as well. But I'm going to go ahead and sign on another first scout for the next transfer period. That's going to give me an average level of 1 for my scouts, which means I'm going to be able to see giftedness level 1 players automatically now. I can also see that these guys have a lot of giftedness level 2 players, so it's going to be a pretty solid team. I might scout just to see the information. I could also just analyze the opponent if I wanted to spend the glory. I think the glory is too valuable to spend it on that, so I just don't. So instead, I'm just going to go ahead and do this, hiring agents, and I'm just going to do 1 month, 2 stars, 5,000. That's not bad. Obviously, as you go higher and higher, it costs more and more. Eventually, you know, it makes more sense to just invest in your scouting infrastructure, because you get the scouting information, but you also get other bonuses. You know, as you can see here, younger personnel in the transfer list. I'm relying on the transfer list, as well as a longer personal transfer list, so that's good. And then if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can focus on like the youth academy or something, I guess. Nothing wrong with that. You know, a lot of people like the youth academy. You get a free player. I'm not a huge fan because the player you get may just be terrible, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to wait another 6 months. I'm not a huge fan of that. But yeah, we're going to get all the young guys some experience. That's our entire purpose today. So young guy, experience. Not looking to win, not even looking to draw, because we don't need to worry about it because these guys have dropped the ball. Even though we unfortunately lost that last game, we'll be okay. So let's see what they've got at the final match. They got a 4-3-3. They got a nice little spread out midfield. I like that. I like the wingers. The wingers are pretty strong. You know, I know a lot of people don't like them, but they're actually pretty strong once you understand what they actually bring to the table. It's like being able to run all the way from here directly into the attack for one action is huge. It's the equivalent of a long pass, only you're running on the flank instead of passing the ball, and you don't need the skill, you know? So these guys have a slide tackle, which means they're going to be covering the flank very well. I'd say the only weakness with him is the fact that he's from the Netherlands, so he's not going to get to use his cultural bonus at all. But other than that, he's pretty good. And then he's also a winger, so he doesn't need a whole lot of control to run the flank. 31's actually enough, because defense gets a minus 70% penalty to tackle flank runs, so 31's actually fine for this level. And this, what, they're like a top 4 team? Okay, the top 6, that's fine. Must be stacked then to be a top 6 team, I suppose. They're pretty close to top 4. That makes sense. It's just a tough season for them. And then they got Hepburn at the back. They got 2 CDs and a DF. These are probably the optimal way to play it if you're going to have a sweeper. Sweeper, 2 CDs on the side, and then a sweeper in the a DF in the middle is the way to play it. That covers pretty much everything. And then you can always put the CDs together if you need to cover specific things. So that's good. It looks pretty balanced to me. And then they have a centrally facing attack, which is also good for them. They have nutmeg twice. That might not be a huge deal. The only problem is both of these guys. So unless I'm gonna play a CD, I'm not gonna be able to stop it. If it was just one, I could stop it pretty easily. I can also just play someone back if I need to stop it, so that's also an option. Of course, you kind of give up the towel for the CF. So they have a pretty solid attack. I don't see a lot of holes in it. Maybe the midfield is a little more sparse than I would like personally, but it's fine. Fine for them. And then what are we doing? We're really just training here. We're not worried about anything else, really. I'm going to be playing some of the younger guys, getting them some experience. Of course, we're going to need to play some veterans, just because you're going to need some veterans. Then we'll have a 4-3-3. Gilmore will play it there. Scarf will play it there. Scarf playing at the forward. Gilmore is probably going to be an attacking midfielder. So maybe accuracy and control. Scarf is going to be probably a wing forward, probably playing on the opposite wing over here, while Donahue plays on the left. And then he might transition into like an AM or something, depending on his skill. Probably a center forward, which is always good to have. Yeah, let's play it. Again, we're not looking to win or anything. We're just kind of training guys up. So a lot of things we do is going to be based on gaining as much experience as possible. Let's take a look at this formation. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty standard. I'm not sure why they're playing it like this, but okay. I guess by doing this, they also have extra defense against nutmeg. Even if I manage to nutmeg past the sweeper, you know, I'm going to have to deal with a tackle from at least one of these guys, so it makes sense. If they were on the edges, I would just have to get past the sweeper once and I'd be in the box. So that's smart. And then they're probably going to play to him. Yeah, they have that sorted out. That's solid enough. Yeah, they're going to play to him and he's probably just going to shoot. Oh, he's going to shoot through? Okay, he's going to have to deal with everybody. He got past him because he has 85 accuracy, sure. That's fine, no problem. Let's get some of this going though. Again, we're playing for what's the word? We're playing for training. We're trying to get some training going here. Ideally, I would get one of these guys to at least get enough specialization to get a class. Don't know if I'm going to get to that point. I can also pretty easily go for an attack right here if I want to, which I might do, actually. 30 is not great, but he does have playing out, which is actually pretty solid. So maybe we don't do that. Maybe we go for that instead. Let's go ahead and play it over here. Let's give it to him. We're going to give it to Atkins. Atkins is going to run the flank, minus 70% to stop flank runs, which is a huge penalty. Like, it is probably the best way to take CDs out of the game. You run on the flank, they get a huge penalty for tackling you, they're forced to move out of position. It's amazing for dealing with edge of the box defenses for sure. We're going to hold it. And they're probably going to come and try to win it. From the front is smart. Just in case they fail, they don't foul. I actually appreciate that. That's clean play. So you don't take my guy out of the game. Thank you. And we don't need any dirty play at this stage of the season. But I appreciate it. He has 38. I'm trying to think about what we'll do here. We might go with Hansen. Why not? And then they have nutmeg. This is what I was talking about a while ago. They have nutmeg, so he would be a threat, but I'm actually just going to move him back I'm gonna give up the space though when I do that. It's gonna be easier for him to score. And he's gonna go there anyway, so yeah. It's a good idea. 95. Oh, everybody's getting experience, I guess. That was a DF. I should have had a D there. Let's get these guys some experience. Why not? Let's do Gilmore. Let's give it to Gilmore. Gilmore is going to probably move here, I think. And then Gilmore is also going to hold it. So he just got 2 points. He's going to get another 2 even if he loses the ball. If he keeps it, though, he's going to get 5. That's actually huge. No, 7. And we get to go again. That's great. That's actually huge. That's great. Okay, let me see. Maybe we can actually take a shot here. Let's do it. Might be able to get another turn. We'll give it to Donahue. Ooh, we might actually score. Forget another turn. Well, I'm playing for, what do you call it? I am playing for training. So ideally, I would hit the goalkeeper here, but 52 is quite a bit. He's also a level 2 giftedness 2 sweeper, so his floor is going to be higher than 1. So maybe I'll just play for the goal. Why not? Yeah, we'll just go for the goal. I would have preferred a corner there because that's an extra 2 turns, which is 2 turns of specialization. If I can get them to fight in the box, they get specialization points just for fighting in the box. That would have been the more optimal play, I think. But it's not bad. I mean, we'll take a goal. We don't mind goals at all. We're going to see if we can get Gilmore going at least. That would be nice. We'll do that. I don't think we need to make any subs right now. No, we'll keep it like this. Keep McNee in the game here. They're going to make a substitution on the left-hand side. The right-hand side, rather, yep. And then I like the fact that they switched it. If you notice, they were playing these guys on the left a while ago. Now they're playing them on the right. There's a bit of an issue with that, though. I'm not gonna lie, because now I can do this. Now that they don't have the DF there, and I don't think they really have anyone who can contest it. So we're gonna play Gilmore here. He'll still get specialization points. We're gonna go ahead and do this. Let's see. And we're gonna do this, I think, just in case I need to. We're gonna put Scarf there. Yeah, let's do it. We might actually be able to get a draw. And we're going to put McNee in the box. Now that they don't have a DF on the edge, this is kind of open. And now I can easily hold the ball. There's nothing they can really do. If I wanted to, I could try to get a cannon shot, actually. They need to foul me. Yeah, they have to. Like, if they didn't foul me right there, I would have gotten a cannon shot on goal from all the way out here. Thinking about it. That's 7. I also don't want him to get injured, but I need to keep that in mind as well. Do I take the shot? That's a good question. 26. Yeah, because I feel like he's going to injure me if I do that. But it's a better opportunity. Well, it was a better opportunity a while ago. Not anymore. Because now he's tired. It's just not worth the risk, you know. It's just not worth it. Oh, we got a goal. I'll take the goal, sure. I was expecting a corner kick, but we'll take that goal too, sure. We're gonna take Atkins out though. We don't want injuries here. We're gonna play Rowan because I think he's also gonna be a midfielder, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, passing, control. And we'll let them have this. I don't mind it. In fact, I would say we're gonna leave Gilmore there because I think Gilmore will get specialization points. We're gonna put Rowan there to make sure everybody gets something. And then we'll do Scarf. Maybe Scarf will actually shoot the ball. Who knows? And then we'll do Donahue down there. And then McNee, sure. We'll do that. Yeah, so he gets specialization points. That's fine. And then they're going to get some. Yeah, these two guys got it because they just shared. Okay, that's fine. Let's give it to Hansen. And then we'll get it to Scarf. And then Scarf will actually... I don't think he'll shoot. I think he'll hold the ball. And then he'll get tackled and lose it. We just got 3, that's good. And they're going to lob it, sure. We're going to be able to win that ball. I'd love to do it with Clark. I think I'm going to try Clark instead. Yeah, that's great. That's +5. And then we're gonna pass it to Donahue. So we got 6. That's good. That's good. Don't just win the ball, guys. Thank you. He's gonna do that. Yep. He's gonna get a boost. If they use nutmeg, he's gonna shoot, which is great. He just got another 5, but it's for LD. A solid game, and we also got the draw, which is not what I was expecting. So that would have been the draw we needed to avoid relegation anyway, right? Which it's funny how that worked out. Yeah, but I think that's it. We also got quite a bit of experience, which is great. That's exactly what we wanted from that match. And it's the younger guys who got experience, so that's good. That worked out perfectly. Gilmore is also very close to becoming an attacking a midfielder. He got 2 levels there. Even Rowan got 1, I guess because he played later on, huh? And he got quite a bit of specialization. He probably needs 2 more matches like that. So I might do it early in the season, just to get it out of the way. And then who else do we have? Scarf is on his way. Yeah, so yeah, we're on our way. Let's see what else is going on here. I could also convince the president that I'm doing a good job, but I don't need to right now. Like, for me, there's no penalty to do it. It's not like asking for money. If you ask for money and fail, there's a chance that the manager's mood will actually go down. So there's a reason not to do it. You know, you have to kind of weigh the pros and the cons of that, but this is fine. Did they actually win? No, they lost again, so they're gone. They're gonna get relegated. Which is funny because they're stronger than me, but you know, their coach isn't as good, I guess. These guys are gonna get promoted. You know, I'm gonna be just on the cusp of avoiding relegation, but I'll be able to continue to enjoy the rewards of being in the second league. I'll get more experience, I'll get more money, I'll get more glory, I'll have better opportunities to get new players and whatnot. So it works out for me. And the end of the season. And then these guys are gonna tell me how bad I am because it's football pundits. If you know anything about football pundits, they're all like that. It's like, oh, this team is overmatched. You know, they better watch out. The coach needs to get himself together. That's what it's always like. I appreciate it because it's like it's cutting, but that's also how it is. You know, like footballing critics are harsh. That's just how it is. So when you're the coach of a team and they're kind of criticizing you over what you've done, you know, you kind of feel it. It's like, man, now you know how guys like Mourinho feel when they get laid into because they lost a major game, right? Although I'm not on his level in this game, but you know what I mean. And then the rest of the teams play their matches, the tournaments kind of finish off. Optimization for this has gotten a lot better. I remember when Manager's Journey came out, it was pretty, well, it was a lot worse than we would have liked, right? I wouldn't say it was pretty bad because I could deal with it. But, you know, it was noticeably, there were noticeable performance issues. So they got all that stuff sorted out. Like, those tournaments running, they would still be running right now, back in the day. They did a good job with that as well. Oh, look, and then we have the European Championships. Obviously, this game is going to be about national tournaments and international stuff and the like, I guess. And let's see, the final stage of the European Championships. It would be nice if we could watch these, but I also understand that's a lot of work. To, like, put random matches together and then build the formations for the teams and get all the players and stuff. That's surprising. Scotland made it to the top 8. How? Okay, sure. And then they lost, right? What? How did they make it to the final, though? Okay, I mean, we'll take it. That's going to push up Scotland's ranking. Does that do anything to the transfer market, though? Like, if Scotland's winning in tournaments and making progress, does that make Scottish players more popular? Does that make the role of being Scotland's coach, the national team's coach, more prestigious? How does that work? Or is it just stuff happening in the world? Because I know it does impact your actual ranking here. So like their ranking goes up on the international table, the international scene. So I know that. How did they get to the finals though? That's crazy. Huh. Yeah, here we go. Football news. This is exactly how it is. Like, if you follow football news at all, it's exactly what it's like. Oh, incapable of impressing the spectators. They've hit the ceiling. Yeah, that's about right. It's funny because it's like when you hit the middle of the table, they're like, oh, lukewarm performance. So, that's pretty funny. Yeah, they've captured it. They've captured how it feels. Renton FC, worst team in the league. Sterling FC, best team in the league. Most draws. Yeah, I tend to get a lot of draws. Generally, I'm good at preventing the opponent from scoring on me, even if I'm not scoring a lot. But then I'm always trying to take like high quality opportunities and shots. So I might get like maybe 3 shots a game, but those 3 shots would normally be on goal or through one defender or to skill or something like that. Yeah, Renton FC had a terrible season. It's unfortunate because I saw it happening. I saw when they still had promise, and I saw the point when it immediately died. Like the first 2 games when they actually fielded the guys that I sent to them, when they still had promise. And then it immediately died and my guys went to the reserve squad. So it's like, they're like, yeah, we're done. Which is unfortunate because last season for them, we were on par. You know, they were using Atkins like twice. They had him for two loan windows. They've had Atkins for like a year. And the cool thing is I can actually go check. So I'm getting some glory, which is great. Of course, you get more glory when you're in higher leagues. You know, just being in the second league gave me additional glory, which is cool. That's always cool. 38 glory is all right. It's not like top of the league stuff, top tier stuff, but it's all right. But yeah, these guys got Atkins twice. Like, you can actually check it in his career. They used him in the third league 10 times, and they used him last season 17 times. So we were on par for a while there. And it wasn't even last season, was it? It was the last transfer window. So it was this season. Yeah, so they still had promise. Or it would have been last season, right? I might be mixing myself up here. Let's go and check the information, which is why it's good to have that stuff. I can check the team's history. Was it this season? I can also check their team's history. This is why stats are great. I'm here kind of talking out of my rear end here, but I can always check and see what's been going on. Yeah, but they lost. I'm a bit confused now. Wasn't this our first season? And they used Atkins 17 times. So maybe that was the last transfer window, even though they still didn't win a single game? I guess. Yeah, but the point I'm making is they used Atkins a lot. They used him 27 times. So it looked like they were going to use the other guys, and they started too. I can actually go and check out those guys as well. Like if I go to McAllister, he got used at least once, right? Early on, and then they said forget it. I don't think McPhee got used at all. It's a shame, but that's how it is sometimes. No, that's it. I'll probably jump on this again Friday. That's generally when I have time to actually deep dive into this. And then it also gives Prio Team a chance to actually look at stuff and figure out whether or not things are working as they'd expect, whether or not there are good ideas there. You know, they'll comment on it and whatnot. Let's just go ahead and do this. We're not going to get any of these. We might get these. I think Captain Willie's the best choice here. We're not getting this. That's crazy. And then we're also getting the fan favorite bonus down here. We're getting an extra 10%, which you also see here, which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and select Captain Willie, and I'm gonna end the stream. I got some errands I gotta do around the house. Adulting, cleaning, and all that other jazz. It's like sometimes you miss years when you were a kid, and then you realize that you didn't have money or autonomy to really do anything, and it's like, oh, never mind. You know, those were nice times for different reasons, but yeah. Anyways, this